we go, y'all. What's going on, Padam? Blessed day, how you doing today? Definitely gonna shift to London soon. What you mean shift? You gonna like move to London? What's going on, Jay? Appreciate you coming through, man. Let's end the week supreme. Let's get it. You already know. About to get started, man. We doing 325 hammer curls, 325 calf raises. Just doing the 25 down again. Keeping it simple. That's all it is for today. 325 each, so 650 reps again. Oh, environmental issues in India. Oh, okay. Was there a lot of people out there or what? I mean, I already know there's a lot of people out there, but how you doing today, Jay? Just gotta get around the right people, Padam. All right, here we go. 25. 25 down. There we go. Round one in the bag. Here we go. Next round, 24. Yes, sir, Jay. 2,600 reps and up. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh. Yeah, these biceps and my forearms gonna feel it this weekend for sure. My biceps gonna be on another level by the end of the year. My calves, my core. Hopefully I can get back to the pushes and everything sooner than later so I can take the load off of the, you know, the biceps and the calves every now and then. Dude, literally I can't even run without stopping. Sometimes there's a railway track. Sometimes there's a huge traffic. Sometimes there's too many people. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah, that's why we be getting out the city all the time, man. We stay out, try to stay out far away as we can from people. I don't like crowds, man. I'm an introvert, big time introvert. I don't like being around a lot of people all at once. It's just too much going on, too much chaos, too much of nothing, you know? Woke up today, grateful to be here, B-Day in 13 days. Salute, man, happy early B-Day. Well, you gonna be 29? I'm going harder than ever. This gonna be the best birthday I had in a year. That's what's up, man. Yeah, claim it. That's what it's about, man. I agree with you. It's definitely gonna be the best birthday for you, man. Mine's coming up as well in October. Got some time, but it's still on its way. My workout looks like bicycle, 250 reps, and that's it. I hate metro cities. Yeah, we do our best to stay out the city, man. What's going on, Carbonated? What's going on, man? Showing support to everybody, man. That's love. Carbonated Tarzan, salute. Here we go, 24. That's good, man, that you're grateful, man. That's where all the good in life comes from. It comes from you being grateful for anything, for everything, you know? Four. 24, here we go, 23 next. Yeah, man, by the end of the year, I swear my biceps gonna start looking like Be Relentless's biceps. My calves gonna be on another level. We already know what the legs do. So yeah, man, consistency plus discipline equals freedom. This right here is prayer. This is what I call prayer right here. This little sanctuary I got right here is where everything happens. This is where I create things. This is where I manifest things. It's where it all happens. Y'all, get a full view of it, of everything that's going on that is better in everything in my life. Simple, it ain't nothing extra, Just keeping it simple. 29, yeah. I remember the other live, I forgot when it was, you told me it was 28, so salute, man. Salute, big 29 coming up. Tim J. What's going on, Tim Effect? Blessed day, man. Great routine you did last night, man. I got to give you the hours, man. For sure, it's good money, big inspiration. We're doing a 25 down on hammer curls and calf raises. I'm keeping it simple as always. I don't know, Tez, you should Google that or ask AI. Say, AI, does smoking increase abdominal fat? And then you should have your answer. Jay, I'm going into 30s and some final form Goku type shit. That's right, man, Goku, for real. A lot of people don't understand that Dragon Ball Z says a lot about life, about individual, Godship, who we are as a people, the power that we have within, That's why I don't really do my workouts outdoor. You are definitely gonna see me 10, 20 trains in just 10 minutes. There's a lot of trains out there, ain't there, Padon? Yeah, gratitude is attitude to win, yo. You got gratitude, you pretty much have everything that you need in your life. As long as you're grateful, you know what I'm saying? Gratitude is everything, for sure. Be consistent at being grateful. Be consistent at waking up and just naming the things that you're grateful for, that you have gratitude for, versus waking up and then automatically complaining and grunting that you gotta do what you gotta do. Like I said yesterday, it's just crazy how people can wake up and just be on the negative side just off the rip, and then still go to a job that they hate and manipulate themselves like that. That's just ridiculous. That's crazy to me. And there's a train going every minute like your grass cutting machines in the park. Yeah, that'd be annoying, Padon. That would be annoying. Yep, you and the mind, that's it. That's it. That's the crown from the neck up. That's the crown. And guess where God is sitting? At the right hand of God. Remember yesterday we were talking about casting the net to the right side of the boat? It's the same analogy. Same analogy. "23. Here we go, 23. 22 coming up. Yeah, but I would just say, you know, be grateful where you are now, because you know a lot of people do have it a lot worse. And also, if you know you're seeking change, do what you gotta do on a daily basis. Be consistent with it, and then you know see yourself there and make it happen. But understand that there's gonna be a lot of people in London too. So that's why I say, you know who you is, and make that change that you gotta make, but you gotta be consistent with it so that you can have what you want in life, you know? Yep. No worries, but yeah, do your thing. Well, for me, calf raises are important because it's all about stability. Calf raises or calves stable the legs, keep the legs stable. Also, it's your second heart. It's your second heart. We got one pumping right here. It's not even on this side of the chest. It's in the middle, right behind the sternum. So in your calves, you have a heart as well, right under it, right here. It's literally right in there. And what it does is it pumps blood back up to the upper body. What this does is pump blood all around and down. And for the blood to come back up, the calves pump it back up. It's your second heart. So taking care of the second heart is really important to me. Legs and foundation is the reason why you even have an upper strength in the first place. So yeah, most definitely, Jay, definitely look into that. Look into that. As far as like your calves, stability, especially if you're playing basketball, it helps you with the, you know, do what you gotta do. Football, if you're a wide receiver, if you got good calves, you can definitely have a better release. Calf raiser, I was a cornerback, so if I had a T-step or whatever, a lot more easier for me to do instead of getting juked out and move, especially if you're an athlete. Having elite calves, man, is premier. Ask Kevin Garnett when he did that interview. I forgot who he did that interview with, but he said the most important workout in his routines was calves. He started off doing calf raises, and at the end of his workout, he did calf raises again, because he said that was the main thing that helped him do his post moves, keep him stable. You know, because sometimes when you're doing and you on your pivot and you doing that, sometimes you unbalanced. But when you have good calves, you well balanced all around, and you can definitely manipulate the defender in any way, shape, or form. You can have your way with them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, calves is important. It's a part of the whole leg. Foundation is the best thing. I mean, if we look at the tree can't do what it does without its foundation. You know what I'm saying? The roots under the ground, they spread out so far, and they connect with everything else around. They connect with the other trees. You know what I'm saying? Without that, it wouldn't be able to stand and weather the storm that's, you know, that comes when it's, you know, with the outer shell, the upper body. So yeah, calves, man, it's important. All right, here we go, 22. It's your second heart. And you want your blood to be pumping real good throughout the whole body. Yeah, man, it's definitely important. Also, like if you know, anything happens, you know, while you out and about, like Padon talking about, there's so many people out And you know, there might be a situation where you might have to defend yourself. First thing I look at is the person's legs, because that'll help me understand a little bit of what I'm dealing with. If they don't have no calves, they don't have no, you know, any foundation, I know what I could do. You know what I'm saying? It's really important. Look at the UFC fighters. You know what I'm saying? Boxing. You know what I'm saying? When you have to throw a punch, you have to have your power comes from below. When you throwing a punch, your power comes from below. A quarterback, when a quarterback throws the ball, the only way he has that torque on that spin is because his lower body, it drives that energy up, and he got that power to throw the ball, especially those who can throw the ball, you know, far, like, you know, like 70 yards, 80 yards type shit. They drive that from their legs. And calves is your second heart. It pumps the blood back up. It gives you that energy back up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like to go from below up, because if you have a good foundation, everything up top, it's inevitable. You know, I feel like if you ain't got legs, I don't care what your upper body look like. You know, if I got in a fight with you, I would demolish you. If you don't have legs, you got nothing but upper body, it's over with. It's over with. I know exactly what to do. If I gotta defend myself, the first thing I look at is the person's legs. Dion, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. Yeah, yeah. Hold on. The live stream ends in 10 minutes. What exactly are the calves? And in your opinion, what's most effective, Mike Tyson's or burpees? Man, they're both effective. But for me, man, that's tough, man, because I love them both. I just haven't been able to do it. But I would say Mike Tyson's for me. I just love to do them because it's a full body. It works the legs. Burpees work the legs too, but I don't feel too much of a burn on the legs unless I'm doing gorilla burpees. Gorilla burpees, I would actually pick that over Mike Tyson burpees or Mike Tyson's. Yeah, I was actually doing I combined the two. If you go back to my older videos, I did a whole routine where I did Mike Tyson burpees, 2 pump. I did 200 of those. So yeah, check that out, man. It's fire. It's a full body routine. But if not, I would recommend doing gorilla burpees, which I have a routine on that as well. So check that out. Yeah, it's definitely a burner, man. Check it out. Yes, sir. PCB, what's going on, Dion? Appreciate y'all coming through. What's going on, MV? Appreciate that. Much love. Nah, Jay, I wasn't a quarterback. I was a corner. I was on defense. I'm real aggressive. So I like to put hands on somebody. So I was a jammer, man-to-man corner. I like to play the flats. So I played corner, and on offense, I played wide receiver. I was two-way. Played linebacker in middle school. I was the fittest, and it was the funniest time. Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. I was actually pretty swole in high school. Still thin, but swole. Skinny swole, if that makes sense. Here we go, 21. I'll get to the rest of the chat in a minute. I feel like that was more, but oh well. one. Yeah, appreciate everybody sticking this out with me. I know people want to see me doing the pulls and the pushes and stuff like that. I want to be back at it as well, but I gotta take it easy. I feel like if I just leave it alone, it'll probably heal a lot faster. So I'm gonna just focus on that. Yeah, I love football too. Glad it's back, for sure. I was just out in Boulder. You know, Dion and all of them up there. So yeah, what's up? What's up, Sai? All right, appreciate y'all patience. Back at it. Here we go on 20. What's going on, DJ L? For sure, God is good. For sure, appreciate that. Most definitely, man. Spend some time with him. Yes, make it count, man. I'm glad. I'm proud of you, man. You held it through. I told you everything gonna be good, man. Told you. Keep going. Be relentless. Just kind of say peace and blessings to you and family and YouTube family. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Most definitely be relentless. Good routine this morning. Peace and abundance to you and your family as well. We get money, day 58, stacking these days. Let's go. I have to get this right now. We got this. Yes, for sure, DJL. You already know. Just stay at it, man. Like I said, yep. MV self-defense tips. I feel like if you got calves, you got an advantage no matter what. If you got good calf, good leg, good foundation, you got an advantage in every situation. Absolutely. Sorry, y'all. It's a lot. Definitely. Yeah, Sanders is the GOAT for real. Good to see he's back on campus and everything, doing his thing. Getting in those calf races in with you as I'm watching. For sure, Tim Effect, appreciate you. Yes, sir. Tim Effect getting his money right now as we speak. Yes, work them calves, people. Don't forget, I don't see people doing it a lot. I don't see people, it's like probably one of the most forgotten muscles to work and train. I'm telling you, I feel like if you got calves, you got an advantage in just about every situation. Here we go, 20. I know it's not the best thing to watch somebody else do, but still getting money, man. Because stability is everything. And there's plenty of ways you can work it. I mean, you can have like a little stool to step on. I know Dion uses like a little brick, but you can use like a stool or anything. You can open your toes out and do these, work different calf muscles, pigeon toe, do it like that. You can do them wide, you can do them close. You know, get creative with it. Start working muscles that you ain't thought you had. 20 back, 19. 19 coming up. Yeah, Coach Prime, MV. Yeah, big time inspiration. Big time inspiration. I watch what he's doing out here in Colorado. It's good money, man. Plus, when you're out there on the mountain, on a rock, you can definitely see them practice with some good views. On top of that, man, you can see almost the whole east side, the rest of the east side of Colorado up that mountain in Boulder. So Boulder is not necessarily a mountain town though. It's a foothill. It's the area right before you get to the mountains. So it's definitely a good area though. But I don't really like the city of Boulder. The city of Boulder remind me, because it's like it's a copycat of downtown Denver. Literally everything, streets and everything is exactly the same. I grew up downtown Denver, so I know all about the city. When you go out to Boulder, it's nothing different. It's pretty much the same thing. Only difference is you look up, you see a mountain right there, a few of them. Because it's literally like 5 minutes outside of the mountains. We call it the foothills. Or you call it the flat irons, what they call the flat irons. Definitely a good area though to check out and visit. I wouldn't live up there though. But I would go deeper into the mountains and find a city in there and live in there versus going to live in Boulder. Because in Boulder you see just about everything. I was just up there the other day picking up clients and dropping clients off. I was there for a while and seeing some shit. Some crazy shit that I got on video as well. Here we go, 19. But you know, you get craziness everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Wherever you at. All types of walks of life out there in Boulder, man. And also it's a college town. Remember, it's one of the top 5 college towns in the U.S. besides West Virginia University, Ohio State University out there in Ohio. I forgot the other ones, but Boulder's top 5. So it's a lot going on out there. Definitely I wouldn't recommend living there unless you on the outskirts. Or if you pass it, you go to, like I love Morrison, go over there where Red Rock Theater is, but don't even go there unless you're going deeper into Kit Ridge or something like that. Evergreen is probably the best mountain town to live in. Evergreen, a few others. Aspen is where all the, you know, the wealthy people go. That's where all the luxury is at. Deep in the mountains where they go skiing and you know, snowboarding and stuff like that. Mountain climbing. Appreciate that, Dion. So when I was up there, you know, I'm an observer, man. I'm sitting in there in the car waiting for my clients to get out from eating and whatnot. So I'm there for like a good 3-4 hours. Right in the heart of downtown, you know, like downtown Denver got the 16th Street Mall where everybody comes to visit. Whenever we get visitors from other states, they go downtown, they go to the 16th Street Mall because that's where everything is at. Same thing in Boulder. Instead of the 16th Street Mall, it's called Pearl Street. You know, Deion Sanders and them be talking about Pearl Street all the time because they be over there. because that's where everything is at, where a lot of visitors come and whatnot. And I'm sitting in the car, and I hear this lady yelling, like hollering. So I look up, cause I'm on the phone. I look up, and she bucket naked, like, and she ain't had nothing on. She just bucket naked, just hollering, screaming, walking down the street. You know, I took a videotape, took a camera, and I was like, damn, what the fuck is going on? She keep hollering, screaming, just walking, just, you know, nonchalant down the street. Everybody turning their head, looking around, like, what the fuck, you know, what happened to her? Like, what was going on? She kept going. All of a sudden, I see you know, like, I'll say about 30 minutes later after that, I seen like a fire truck, an ambulance, and all kind of stuff right down on Pearl Street, you know, where everything was happening at. And they weren't even there for her. They was there for something else that was going on that I wasn't even, you know, I wasn't even aware of it. You know, because I'm just sitting in the car waiting for my clients to get out, you know, from eating at their restaurant. And I don't know, and then besides that, I just seen some other shit, man, you know. I'm not gonna post none of that online, man, because I got respect, you know, for people and whatever they got going on. But we all know, like, we see this stuff going on in just about every city. You see something similar, you know, going on everywhere, you know. Appreciate that, Dion. Yeah, NV, I ain't posting it. Appreciate that, Sage Mode. Much love. I appreciate you coming through, man. It's Texas A&M and Arizona State. Yeah, two of the biggest. Yeah, and plus everybody want to go to Arizona State. You know, I mean, a lot of people can't stand the weather or whatever, but when they go to the university, when they go to the school or whatever, they fall in love with it. Because the amenities and everything that they got going on over there, which makes it a hot spot for a lot of people. So I understand why Arizona State would definitely be one of the places for sure. Yeah, Texas A&M definitely. What's that, college town? Yeah, I know about Texas. I'll be up there. Here we go, 18. Yeah, NV, I got land out in Texas. Outside of Dallas, about an hour outside of Dallas in Mineola. Texas got good land for sale, less tax. So you ain't really got to worry about too much as far as tax goes out there compared to out here. It's a little different. But if people was like wanting to come out here to Colorado, I like this for me. I wouldn't recommend the city. I'll just recommend like foothills, not Boulder though. Recommend somewhere out, probably Lakewood. Certain areas of Lakewood, yeah. Morrison, Golden. One of my favorite cities out here is Golden. You can go deeper into the mountains. Evergreen is one of my second favorite. Evergreen. And there's a lot of other ones, man. Indian Creek, Cripple Creek, Divide, Colorado. You know, these are just cities deep in the mountains. Like, you ain't got to worry about shit, you know, going on or nothing like that. So, yeah. All you hear is birds chirping. You know what I'm saying? Maybe an elk here or there, you know? Or not maybe, you're going to see an elk just about every day. A whole group of good steer, some bison out in Castle Rock. I will recommend Castle Rock, but Castle Rock, it just depends where at in Castle Rock. I wouldn't recommend Colorado Springs. I wouldn't recommend Pueblo, but maybe Fort Garland as well, for sure. All right, Padan, you have a blessed night, man. Have a good one. Busy day at work. Wanted to drop in and show support to y'all. I'll be getting my deposit in later. For sure, I remember. Yes, sir, you already know, every day. Appreciate you coming through, showing love, man. I know you're gonna get that money for sure. Much love, man. Peace and abundance to you. I remember. Have a good Friday. Fortunately, people are not able to get access to mental health facilities due to health care. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. It's crazy to me. It's crazy how that is. I live here in Texas. The money is here is, yeah, and good paying jobs. Definitely, Texas is a great, to me, I like Texas. It's a great state. My father lives in Houston. I got family in Calve. But my father and my uncles live in Houston, and my grandmother lives in Houston. So I'll be out there. Might go out there before the end of this year, but we'll see. We'll check it out. But yeah, I got land out there, man, outside of Dallas. Here we go, 17. Here we go, 17. Yeah, and V, I like Texas, man. Texas cool. Texas cool. But for the most part, the plan is to buy, even though I'm buying land everywhere else, the plan is to get land here in Colorado, somewhere in the foothills, get more land here, deeper in the mountains somewhere, and start building the homestead out here in Colorado. Because Colorado, man, honestly, ain't nothing like it. It's a beautiful place. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? When you deep in the mountains, man, you feel like you just getting hugged. Can't explain it, but you feel like you just getting hugged by, you know, the mountains and whatnot. You know, nature speaks. Nature talks for sure out here. Like even the other day, I was just out, when I was out in Boulder, we went high, we went up to the top of the mountain so that some of my clients could watch the sunrise at around like 5:30 in the morning. We was at the very top of the mountain. We was looking over the whole city, looking over all of Colorado, and there was a falcon. Falcon's wings was about as big as my wingspan. It was huge, and you know how when they be flying, they stay still, kind of just in the air. It's like they just sitting there, like they freeze. It was right above me. Right above me, probably it wasn't far above me. It was literally right above me. I don't know, probably like 10 feet right above me. And those of y'all that understand symbolism, that means a lot. It says a lot. When you see a falcon, a hawk, or an eagle, and they sit and fly in place like that, where you can visibly see them at close range, it says a lot. And that place is absolutely amazing. I'll tell you that. It's definitely, I feel like everybody, if they come to visit Colorado, they need to go to Boulder, and they need to go to Amphitheater out there at the top of the mountain. Go check it out. For some of y'all that's afraid of, you know, winding roads, going up the mountain, whatever, you'll be all right. Just go up there and you'll feel better once you get to the top. All right, here we go, 16. I heard somebody say, there's black people in Colorado? Right? What the fuck you think? There's black people everywhere. Sorry. There's black people everywhere. Everywhere. They've been there first, so-called black people, I should say. First everywhere on every continent of the planet, first. And a lot of people also don't know the history of Colorado. They didn't know that there was a Black Wall Street here too, right at downtown on Welton Street. Right there by Downing is called 5 Points. That's the area I was born in. There's history here, huge history here as far as our people. Huge history. Go to Welton Street Cafe, still there. The museum is still there. It's a history. My family been here for a long time. And my great uncle had moved over here because he was running away from, you know, whatever he was going through down south in Louisiana, in YellaChelly, Louisiana. He was claimed for killing a white woman when he, you know, he just ended up moving out here in Colorado. He went to Lyons, Colorado and became a barber. And now he's in a museum with his picture of him cutting, you know, a white person's hair in a museum out here downtown Denver on Welton Street. So a huge history here as far as my family goes and as far as like our people go. Because if y'all know anything about the Trail of Tears and what happened with the Trail of Tears, a lot of the people that was migrating was our people. And we're not talking about no Native Americans. Those are Siberians, by the way. We're talking about the real Indians, you know, of this land. Yes, black cowboys, the real ones. You know, those is our people. Those is our ancestors right there. You know, Cherokee, Chickasaw, Chicokee, Muskogee, Creek, Seminole, out there in Florida, Timofet, Seminole. You know, Choctaw. What they say now is Choctaw, but it's Choctaw. What else? Choctaw, which is my tribe. Choctaw, which is a part of a region in Choctaw, so I'm Choctaw, but we were in a different region out in Louisiana, down in Slidell, Louisiana. Y'all know what happened before the Louisiana Purchase, right? Y'all know that Louisiana wasn't just the boot. It was all the way up into Canada. Canada it's not its own country. Canada is America. It's always been America. Everything from the bottom of Brazil to the top of Canada is Turtle Island. It's what they call America, Amaruca, Tartaria, whatever you want to call it. We've been here and never, you know, we've always been here. It's not just thousands of years, it's millions of years. Do y'all research. Don't just be reading the books that they give you. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all research. You gotta pay for certain stuff nowadays, which is crazy. $15. Yeah, Tim, my favorite animal is a horse. That's a spiritual sign right there. Bison is an original animal. Bison is actually the original animal that cows come from. Sliced DNA. Cows was made in the lab by bison DNA. Bison and buffalo. My mom's people were Cree out of Alabama for sure. Yep, I know a lot of Cree also from Georgia, from what's that city? Forgot the city out in Georgia. I don't know, but they also migrated down. They migrated down to Alabama and they kept on going. They kept on going all the way down to Arizona and to the bottom of California. And some went into Mexico as well, Creek, because we kind of got scattered around because of everything that was going on. My great grandparents are Cherokee. I don't know anything about their tribes though, so yeah, you ain't lost, man. You right where you need to be. You right where you need to be. As soon as you see, that's what I say. I tell people as well. Don't be going getting no DNA test. They lying to y'all. They gonna come back and say that you from Africa, and they gonna sit there and say that you from this tribe, this not tribe, this country in Africa, or whatever. They're not telling you the truth. I'm telling you this. There's this the DNA structure. That's why people say everybody's the same. No, everybody is not the same. Yes, we are all one, but everybody is not the same. Down to a cellular level, we are all different. I can go outside and I can tell you who's from Africa and who's from America just by facial structures and DNA, stuff like that. But as far as DNA, Africans, they were the indigenous, obviously out there in Africa. Just like in China, there's indigenous people that are pretty much hindered, just like we are here in America, that look just like me and you with froze and everything. In China, in Scotland, everywhere, every continent, there's people, or the original people of them continents look like me and you, because we are the original people of this planet. We always have been here. We never have, we never, have not been here. It's a part of the system that they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like Dion was talking about the word planet. When people study etymology, plane, plan, plane, ET, plane. Why would this have the word plane in it? What is a plane? It's a flat surface. A plane is a flat surface that ET inhabits. Planet. 14. Yeah, a lot of people don't really know about the history. I would recommend that instead of getting a DNA test, I would recommend that you do that you just do your family tree. You know what I'm saying? There's ways that you could do it, man. Do your research and do your family tree. Know who you are, where you come from, because it can also help you understand where you're going. Y'all can't keep believing everything everybody say. Y'all thinking that these Native Americans on here on these reservations is the originals on this land. They not. Their ancestors come from Siberia. They came here and paid $5. Ask Abraham Lincoln. They came here and paid $5 to have partake in this land and get their own tax set up and everything going on this land. Get their reservations that they got. They not originals of this land. There's no way. They're Siberians. They're Siberians. They're from Asia. And they are not even the original people of Asia. The original people of Europe as well. What you call them? Moors? Murs? They also came out here teaching people. But there's also a negative side of that, just as well as there's a positive side of that. That's why I say not all skin folk is kin folk. Just because they look like you don't mean that they for you or are a part of you. Yes, y'all do y'all's family tree. If your grandmas is still here, start asking them questions. Your aunties, your great aunties, whatever you can do, start asking questions. Write down your family tree. My great grandmother, Atlanta Spearman, was born in Paris, Texas. And then on my father's side, if I can remember, I got everything written down in my notebooks, but a lot of them was also down south in Texas. Also, not only was we in Slidell and Louis Barter, Louisiana, but Clarksville, Mississippi, and Alabama as well, Tim. Alabama as well. But from what I've done as far as my genealogy, as far back as I go, is that I'm linked to the Choctaw tribe, Choctaw region, Region 6, out there in Louisiana, Louis Barter, Louisiana. Yeah, like Tim said, talk to your older relatives. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If anything, your older relatives love talking about what was going on back then. You know what I'm saying? They love talking about it. They love it. Talk to them. Ask them questions. That's what I had to do. You know, my auntie that's still here, she loved talking about it. She's the one who told me a lot of things that I mean, despite my own research, I had already got some names and stuff, and she just pretty much, when I was talking to her, I did it after I did my research, and pretty much talking to her, the names came up, is the same names, Atlanta Spearman, my great 5 generations ago grandmother from Paris, Texas. And then my great grandmother was born in, what part of Texas? A lot of them was born in Texas, and a few of them in Louisiana and Mississippi. So the Mississippians, as we all know, and then also, we're still working on my wife's, but at the same time, her family comes from South America, out in Mexico. The originals out in Mexico. If you ever heard of, what was that, I forgot what the name of that tribe was out there in Mexico, but not Incans, but Aztecians and a few other ones that, you know, come from Mexico as well. But just as well as Mexico, it's the same thing as America. We are all the same people, just different tribes. And we got scattered around because of everything that was going on, all that bullshit. I only know because the old photos my parents had, all the grandparents look either light-skinned as hell, yeah, and Indian. And what they call that down in Louisiana, Creole. Definitely. Yeah, those definitely original people here in America. Yes, sir, Dion. Yeah, you definitely not African. You could tell, like, no hit to Africans. You know, they're saying they're their own people out in Africa. There's a lot that were here even back then. You know what I'm saying? But there is no boat that can stand them type of seas that can come over here in that type of way. You know what I'm saying? There's no, where's that boat in the museums and stuff? Where the fuck is it? I promise you, you ain't gonna find it. All that shit is a lie. Terry, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you coming through, Terry. Do you believe in the spirits? I'm not trolling. I'm just asking questions. Does anyone in this group chat? Spirits. Of course. Why you ask that though? That's why I love this community. Each one of us touch an important and different topics, knowledge and wisdom. Definitely, Tim Effect. Definitely. And then as far as melanin goes, I'm like, if people want to be like, oh, we all the same, I can prove to you that we're not. Melanin is probably the most valuable chemical. Most valuable chemical, and is more valuable than gold. Why do you think rich people want it so bad? It's even traded in the stock market. Melanin is. Melanin. And y'all think that when we, maybe I shouldn't say that. As far as like when our people die and they get under the casket and they bury them 6 feet under the ground, what you think? Do you think they still under that ground? I'm gonna just ask y'all that question. Do y'all think that they still underground? Y'all think that their body is still there? You think the casket's still there? I just wanna know. Yeah, Terry, that's 325 hammer krills today. Yup. If you want to get on the camera real quick, I'm gonna show y'all what a black Mexican look like. You want to get on camera real quick? She not camera shy at all. She just, you know, she be in her own world, chilling. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here goes 12. Sorry, y'all. When I get started, I just get to talking, man. And her ancestors, she's still, you know, she's a Pisces. So you already know she's in the deep already, spiritually. She's in the deep. She knows everything. When she's tapped in, she knows everything. And she's communicating with her grandmother who passed, who already transitioned into the, you know, on the other side, she still communicates and talks with her. She's the one who told her about the house that her and her grandfather built out here in Divide, Colorado. And we saw the house. So I absolutely, Terry, I believe in spirits. I mean, I communicate with them almost every night. When I astral travel, I communicate with them just about every night when I feel like it. Absolutely. I know that I'm an electromagnetic being. I know that I am that first before I am this body. And melanin, as far as melanin goes, man, it's deep. It's deep. Remember yesterday I was talking about the black, the dark side? It's deep. That's why melanin is the most valuable and the most important chemical that is on this planet. And it is me and you. Everybody who got this skin color. I'm not going to even say black no more, man. We got to move away from that. We're not black. The only reason why I say it is because that's how we've been understanding how to communicate and know what we're talking about, who we're talking about and whatnot. But we're not black people. You know, we're indigenous. We've been here. Melanin, there's this book I got that costs $700 something that is explaining everything that we need to know about melanin. A lot of this information they try to keep from you and they try to upcharge you or whatever. But it, you know, for somebody like me, whatever, how much is it? I'll throw it. You know, if I know that that's the real information, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Melanin, there's 3 different types of melanin. Neuromelanin, pseudomelanin, and I forgot the other one. White people got melanin too, but it's pseudomelanin. Pseudomelanin is not exactly organic, and it cannot stand the sun. That's why people get burnt. People who got neuromelanin don't necessarily get burnt. They can stand the sun because it's natural, it's organic. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. It's a chemical. You know, 666, protons, neutrons, electrons, they're always oscillating. They're always moving. They're always in motion. It doesn't stop. 666 is not the devil. 666 is you, it's God. God never left you. It can't. And you can only spiral up. That's it. Don't be confused by this. If you don't understand, then that's okay too. But I'm not here to save anybody or give anybody information or try to save this too. If you don't understand this stuff by now, then I'm not going to say it's too late, but I'm not here to save nobody at all. Because when all the truth starts to come out, a lot of people are going to auto-delete. It's just how it is, you know what I'm saying? Because what's organic is always going to be on top. The pendulum is swinging back. You understand? The pendulum is swinging back. we go. I'm gonna just get right into another one. A lot of people think 607 Unc is crazy. If y'all know who that is, you gotta understand, we're not here to save nobody. To the NPCs, everything that I just said and everything that I said definitely yesterday, and anytime when I'm talking about the truth, it sounds crazy to them. They're gonna always turn the ear. They're gonna always turn the eye. They're gonna turn the face. They're gonna always turn the face. That's good, Tim. Yeah, absolutely. Yup. Yup. And my great grandmother, who was also amazing. She was the one who was born in Pink, Texas, or was it Pink, Texas? Paris, Texas. Well, my my fifth generational grandmother, 5 generations back, she was born in Paris, Texas. Oh, I'm sorry, Louis Barter, Louisiana, and then my great grandmother was born in Paris, Texas, and she moved out here. She moved to Yellow, Texas, you know, North Texas, and then she ended up moving here to Colorado. Right after she had my grandmother, Doretha, she had her out in Clarksville, Texas, which is kind of by Paris, Texas, over there close to the border of Texas and Louisiana. And then she moved here to Colorado. And now the mayor had announced her. What did the mayor announce her again? They gave her a day for her birthday, which is 3 days away from mine. So October 17th is Grandmother Elvira Day here in Colorado. I'm telling you, my family has a huge history here in Colorado, especially if you know the Landrums and the Shermans. We all know that they was all about the Black Panther. They was big in the Black Panther movement at that time. They had major big shootouts downtown in 5 Points against the police and whatnot. They ran Colorado, Sherman and the Landrums. That's my family on my dad's side. That's where, you know, a lot of the, not the Chata and them come from my mom's, but the Chickasaw side of the family comes from the lighter versions. Because my grandmother is definitely light, like she's real light skinned, real light skinned. But you can tell, like Creole exactly is exactly what I'm mentioning right now, the Creole. But neuromelanin like no other. And definitely we did have a different language in English. I think it was called Ngonkin. Yeah, definitely not claiming black anymore. With that, yeah, that's a death sentence. Definitely, Jay, you right on the money with that one. Tim Effect, just like what you preached. Yeah, definitely, Dion be on the same topics, man. Appreciate you, Jay. I respect you too, as always. Definitely, man. Yeah, just make sure, just stay on the mission. That's all it is. It's gonna reveal itself to you. And also, man, sit back. Like I say all the time, you'll be surprised at what information just comes. Because remember, our thoughts aren't ours. You know, they have always been there, always will be. The thoughts aren't ours. We're the ones who observe the thoughts and give it whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones who observe the thoughts and give it whatever energy that we want to give it. So when you sit back, you close the door, close your mind, close your doors. Or you can't necessarily close your mind, but you close the doors, close everything. You know what I'm saying? And I would recommend going into the dark. Go into a closet or something. There's no seep of light coming in, and you just sit until you hit that zero. You'll know when you do it. You'll know when you hit that zero guy. You know, when you watch The Matrix, when they was in that white room, that's pretty much what I'm talking about. You're gonna hit that zero, and you're gonna have information. The more you do that, the more you'll start to build that, you know, that muscle on how to actually transition into different realms. You'll start to see the so-called dead. You'll start to see all this stuff. You'll start to see spirits. You'll start to see other things. Your journey is going to be different in what you see, because a lot of people have trauma. A lot of people have drama going on. A lot of people have personal attachments of spirits on them from roamers in other realms that literally find somebody and attach to them. A lot of people who smoke cigarettes. No offense to those who smoke cigarettes, but I'm 100% against it. It makes no sense to me why you would do that. But a lot of people who smoke cigarettes, I know they have a soul attached to them that's not theirs. It's somebody else. It's a different type of energy. It might be even a family member that they used to have. Yeah, I could go deep because this is the truth. I know this might trigger and hit a lot of people in right where it needs to hit them. And it's gonna hit a lot of people right where it needs to hit them. And past family members, whoever, you know, smoke cigarettes a lot in your family, they want to continue that energy. Sometimes when they transition, they don't know where to go. Like, they'll see a light, and some of them like, maybe I'll go to the light, or I'll just stay right here. Have y'all ever seen that movie Soul, that cartoon movie, where you see those souls wandering in the desert? That's kind of like what it is. So when they find something that they can continue to keep and seep the energy off of, and they pass and they know it. That's why some people, I mean, altars is cool to set up an altar for your family members and give them what they used to love and enjoy, whatever food they used to do. Some people put packs of cigarettes on their altar or whatever, or mangoes. If they like mangoes, they used to eat mangoes or whatever. And they'll sit there and meditate, and they would come and they would enjoy, you know, each other's energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, all this stuff is real. You don't really have to set up an altar anymore. You don't have to do all that stuff to talk to your, you know, the people that pass and transition. You just need to sit still and call upon their energy, and they'll show up. They'll either show up through some type of voice, or they'll show up where you can be able to actually see them in another realm. 100%. There's billions of different dimensions that we are living amongst right now. Remember, one planet, 8 billion different worlds. There we go, 9. Sorry, this is 9 right here. Eight. Seven. All right, here we go. 6 next, y'all. I'm gonna finish this out, and then I could keep talking a little bit more. If y'all want to hear a little bit more. Yeah, cigarettes, man. It's I'll just tell you what I know from my experience of traveling a little bit. Cigarettes, I don't know what it is, man. It's what they use in the cigarettes. That's the problem. Because tobacco is not the problem. Tobacco is the spirit of itself. Tobacco is good. Our ancestors used tobacco. It's just the difference is we knew how to use it. But when they mix it in, and nicotine also is not bad. You just have to know how to use it. The difference is with cigarettes is they have all these other different chemicals in it. Also, from their spliced animals. Remember, a lot of these animals that you see out here are not original to this planet. They were made in the lab from spliced DNA from original animals of the planet, if that makes sense to y'all. So these animals, I would say, is a beaver. They take a beaver's balls and they take a certain chemical out of their balls and also out of their butthole, as well as cat's butthole. Certain chemical, I forgot what it was. It's too much to find it, but I forgot what it was, and they mix it all together, and that's how they concoct a cigarette. It has all these other unnatural things in it that's not good for you at all, and it causes like different types of attachments that it's like a magnet to certain energies outside that you can't see, obviously, that you can't see. That's why every 5 minutes I see somebody or the same person go out and smoke a cigarette. It's the same, it's because there's certain type of energies that's attached that wants to smoke cigarettes that probably in their past, when they were alive, used to smoke. They used to be addicted to it. They used to be addicted to the same thing that they're addicted to today. If you, like, no offense, if you smoke cigarettes, cool, but it's better to know the truth than not know the truth. You see what I'm saying? So, I would recommend that you stop. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. That's what you do, and that's what they do or whatever. That's fine with me. That's not my problem. But knowing the truth is absolutely important. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, like I said yesterday, it's not about the books. It's never been about the books. Knowledge itself needs to be applied. You have to apply it in order for it to have any type of any type of placement in your life to level up in that sense, because you have to find your own truth in it. Any book in here that I have read probably read everything over 7 times, because I like to read books over and over and over again, so that because every time I read it, I get get something different out of it, which is crazy. So I read it multiple times. And if I read a certain book that I got multiple times, and then I lend it off to you and you read it multiple times, you're gonna probably get a whole different experience than what I got out of it, because that's your truth. When I see somebody out there, constantly, like literally, I pay attention. I'm aware of my surroundings. I see people every 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They're out there at the same spot, smoking a cigarette. One is done. Okay, he's done. He goes back inside. 10 minutes later, boom, back outside. You think that's him, or do you think that he has allowed another entity to control him to do what he's doing? So when I'm talking about NPCs, non-playable characters, when I'm talking about stuff like that, like bot tendencies and stuff like that, it's already happening. It's right before our eyes. Zombie land. It's been here. But like I said, I'm not a fear monger. Ain't nothing to be afraid of. All I would say is know who you is. Continue to know who you is. Enjoy life. Be happy. Smile. Understand the body. Get you some information. Apply the information. Love life. Love people around you. Stop trying to save people, because that's not what you're here to do. You're not here to save people. You're here to save yourself. When I say selfishness is absolutely important. It's absolutely important. Yeah, I know, Tim Effect. I know it's definitely gonna go over people's heads, but that's the thing. When I say I live a really neutral life, I mean it. So I don't care. as long as, you know, I'm speaking my truth, then, you know, hey, that's cool. Because like I said, I'm not here to save nobody. The saving comes from them, their self, like MV. MV can only save MV. Nobody outside of MV can save MV. And it only takes MV to realize that. Same with Dion. It's same with you, Tim. Only person that can save Tim is Tim. You know what I'm saying? If you want to believe in a different outer entity to save you, then cool. Like, hey, I still love you. No disrespect, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's you. I'm just explaining my experience through my own life that I've gone through. I'm only 35 years old. I don't know shit. I don't know nothing. But what I do know, I don't have an issue, you know, explaining. I know that a lot of platforms try to suppress us, who like to speak our experience, who like to speak our truth. But you can't suppress truth. You just can't. You can't, especially when somebody loves to be who they are, be they self, and whatnot, and do what they love to do. You know what I'm saying? You can't suppress it, because happiness don't come from the outside, it comes from within. So that's why they hate us who understand who we are, because like, how the fuck is he happy today? How the fuck is he doing what he wants to do? How the fuck is he sovereign? So every day on a consistent basis, how is he like that? I want to be like that, but they can't. Why? Because they're too focused on everything outside of them. So they hate. So they try to demolish it. They try to suppress it, just like they do in other countries. The original people of other countries look just like me and you. In China, who is the face of China? Anybody that got a white face. The original people of China look like me and you. The original people of Scotland, the original people of Sweden, Switzerland, everywhere. Canada, so-called Canada, that's America. Everywhere. See, like what Dion is trying to say and what Dion be trying to explain to people is exactly the same thing. It's just he has his own story based on his experiences. But it's the same thing that I'm saying. Ain't nothing different. What's up? Yeah, ain't nothing different. Nothing is different. You know what I'm saying? I just like to, you know, just share, you know, what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? Truth is power. I'm a powerful person. I'm very powerful, and I understand my power. I could be evil. I could be good. Whatever that means to you. Because honestly, evil and good doesn't matter. If you're too busy trying to be a good person, you're going to have a hard time manifesting things in your life. I promise you. So you got to balance it out. Some people wonder, like, okay, well, why does he do all these evil things and whatnot, and he get all this money and stuff like that? And all the good people get shot and killed and this and that. Well, it's common sense. Balance. Balance is key. You gotta understand that. Balance is key. Let me finish this real quick, y'all, and I'll keep talking. Cause I keep getting caught up and then I forget what I'm doing. All right, here we go. What was that at? I'm gonna just start from 10. Some more. Appreciate y'all who's still here with me. Seven. 6. Four. Three. All right, y'all, that's the routine. I know I did a whole lot more than 325 on each one because I was just doing extra. And then since I had lost count, I started back at 10. So, but yeah, that's the routine, man. 325 hammer curls and 325 calf raises. So, but yeah, you know, yeah, definitely, man. I'm thinking about it, man. If y'all let me know what a good time is where we could we can go live and we could talk about some shit like this on a, we probably, cause this is for people, like, I'm gonna just do a disclaimer now. If we do this, this ain't for people who, is lost and trying to find their way. This is for, no, let me not say that, man. This is basically, it would be for simply those who already know this type of information and just looking to level up in a way, like kind of grow in a way. Cause like I said, I'm not here to save nobody. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to show y'all through my experiences what can be done and what you can do, but in your own way. I'm here to help people like go deeper within themselves so that they can understand this type of information. Because you don't have to get it from books. You can read 0 books and be able to get this and attain certain type of information just through meditation. And understanding also, like I say, like when Jay was asking, he didn't understand much about the calves. I read books about the body, the physiology, the biology, and stuff like that. Calves is absolutely important. I would say every part of your body is absolutely important. We got trillions of muscles that are just lost and they need attention. We got to give these muscles attention. A lot of them, come through certain type of weird styled exercises. Like when I was doing these hip exercises, when I was doing these type of squats, these type of things, I know they look weird, but when you strengthen certain types of muscles, man, it makes you a whole different type of animal, a whole different type of beast, a whole different type of human. Like Goku, these cartoons, I know we don't see them, doing what they, training and stuff, but Bruce Lee did certain types of training that we would look at like, what the fuck is he doing? Mike Tyson did certain type of training that we was like, okay, what the fuck? Is that how he got his neck that big when he was rolling? When he had his head on the ground and he was just rolling it like this? There's a reason why you do that. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why certain muscles that need to have that attention. Because remember, we're electromagnetic beings first before we are this body. So just understand that we are blessed. We had curated this body ourselves. We designed it ourselves before we came here, and we decided this is the ship I'm going to use while I'm in this 3D realm. Mind you, we're not in the 3D no more. We're in the 5D. There's different worlds here. Remember, there's people that are still living in the 3D world. It's already done separated. It's already done separated, and it's pulling further apart. That's why I said the pendulum is swinging. The pendulum is swinging. Yeah, we do need a whole live, man. Y'all let me know when, like when everybody that's already in here, when y'all available in V, where we could just go live and we could just chop it up and talk about stuff like this and build. Cause I think all this stuff is important. As long as we know how to navigate this world, we know how to navigate our bodies, then we'll obviously, we'll have everything we need. Cause we gotta understand, man, everything is energy. What is energy? Energy is just you in motion. Emotion. Emotion is the language of God. Who's God? You. So when you understand that, everything changes, man. Everything changes. You start to move different, start to act different. You're always moving. I'm 35 now, and y'all might think that I'm moving a lot. Well, of course. But when I get older, when I get 36, 37, I'm not even going to say that, older or whatever. These numbers and stuff, you got to understand, like Dion, I'll let Dion explain that to y'all, man. It's a whole thing. Like, I haven't mastered numbers yet, but I know a lot about numbers. I mean, I got a numbers book in here, Dion, that I had read a while ago. And there's just oh no, that's not it. Oh, here goes one. Here goes one of them. It's not all of them, but yeah, man, numerology. Told you, Dion, I be on all type of shit, bro. I be on this shit. And I absolutely love it, man. I love learning about life and what life is about. A lot of people, like this stuff might be boring, but shit, the boring stuff will help you understand who you is, you know what I'm saying? Even got the Shambhala, you know, because in one of my past lives, I was able to experience it again through one of my travels when I was astral traveling at night. I was able to go back into my past life and live it again. And what I was a ruler. And what I was doing was on horseback. I was a warrior on horseback, which explains why in this reality right now, I'm so straight to it and very aggressive. And I realized since I'm a Libra, since I came here under the Libra stars, the sun was obviously in a certain place. It was in a certain place. And that helped me understand that while I'm here, the one thing that I need to learn here and work on is balance. You see, the scale, the symbology of the scale is balance. And then if you go look back into Egypt, the real Egypt, I'm talking about the real Egypt here in America, which is in Memphis. The real Egypt, the number one Egypt, not the Egypt in Africa. I'm talking about the Egypt here in America. What they used to believe in is balancing of the heart. They used the scale. The heart was on one side of the scale, and on the other side of the scale was a feather, which symbolizes, which is understandable. Like, I'm not religious or nothing, y'all. I'm just trying to let y'all know. Like, I understand all religions. I studied them. But there's also some things that I still don't understand about certain religions. Like I said, I don't know everything. But what I get from it is that our hearts need to be light as a feather. Because when it's light as a feather, you're able to travel. You're able to go to different places. And what I mean by different places is, see, the English, see, it's hard, Dion, when we explaining stuff like this, it's hard to kind of explain it the way that I want to. But we able to go to different dimensions. We able to see souls and different types of spirits. We're able to see other worlds. If y'all ever seen that movie, man, I don't forgot what it's called, man. But when I get it together and remember, I'll let y'all know about the movie. But basically in the movie, they letting you know that you able to travel to different worlds. We got melanin. See, we're able to go up into space, so-called space. We're able to go up there and travel. We got melanin. So what they got to put on, what the astronauts got to put on their ships before they go out there. If they go out there. I'm pretty sure they don't go out there. But what they would have to put on over their ships is either gold plates, gold, or melanin. You see what I'm saying? It has to be carbon-based. That's the basis of all things. Melanin, you, me, is carbon. It's the basis of all things. You could do your own research on this. Melanin, I got a whole book in here that costs $750 fucking just for me to learn what melanin is. and to understand it. And then go, obviously, after I read it, I went into meditation and got more information. I verified and seen if it was true or not. Then I went back in and read the book again, went back into meditation, read the book again, went back in meditation, read the book again, went back in meditation. Appreciate you too, Dion. Yeah, definitely. Y'all let me know, like, when's a good time, man, because I'll do what I can. Like now, like this morning, like certain trips are random. You know, sometimes they come out of nowhere, but usually the main trips are in the morning, from 5:30 to 7:30. Usually 7:30 I'm done, but at 7:30 I'm trading the market. So I'm trading for about an hour, and I'm done trading around 8:30, and that's when I come in and go live to work out and train. So after that, you know, I just chill for a little bit, smoke a blunt, go and get some sun. So maybe around that time when I'm done training, I could do that. But let me know what's a good time for y'all. If possible, please go live more on these regular subjects, whether after workouts or during or whatever. Yeah, for most definitely, Jay, these times is valid. Like right after the body workout, we get into the mental work. Okay. Need a new language, real talk. Definitely do, man. It definitely do. And I know Dion, when he's in his live, sometimes I'm in his live and I don't say anything because I'm on the road. But I be in his lives listening to him, you know, talk numbers and lottery, and he be on point, man. He talk about the same stuff, pretty much what I be talking about. So, but yeah, you know, we could definitely do that. I mean, shit, if y'all ain't doing that, what time is it? 11. If y'all ain't doing nothing now, I could probably get back on live here in like 30, like 20 minutes if you let me just take a shower real quick, make my smoothie, and we can go out and I'm gonna roll a blunt and I could probably go live again. Let me know if that's cool with y'all. And we could talk, we can go a little bit deeper on a little something. Whatever y'all, even if y'all got questions about something, we could go a little bit deeper. Let me know how that sound, Dion, Jay, Peace, or Tim. I can go back live in like 10, 20 minutes for sure. Cause I gotta roll a blunt anyway, so. Yeah, all right, for sure. Let me take a shower and then, what time is it? So 10:54, I'll say like around 11:15 y'all's time or 11:20 y'all's time. I'll go back live and we can chat it up. Tim. Most definitely. It's all love, man. We all putting up the stone of these buildings, man. We all putting up these stones. You know them stones down. See, it's always something. It's always something on every topic. There's something that goes deep. You know what I'm saying, Dion J? You know, when we talking about stones, you know, it's important. You know, cornerstone. It's even in the Bible, man. We talking about cornerstones. It's really important. We all together as a village, we build things. And we the master architects of this world. We the master architects of everything that's going on around here. Everything that you see in this world comes from you and your ancestors. And you are your ancestors. Remember that. You've been here before. This ain't nothing new to you. And remember, there is nothing new under the sun. So when they coming out with new stuff, talking about AI and stuff, AI been here. AI been here. AI been here. They trying to scare people and all kind of shit, man. I'm trying to let y'all know. Even in buildings downtown Denver, man, them buildings, there is no way that no actual non-melanated person built them type of buildings. Those is Tartarian buildings downtown. Can't nobody do that shit but us. Nobody. All this stuff that you see, man, even they built these buildings a little bit different nowadays. Nowadays, these buildings that they building is fucked up because they let the wood sit out in the rain sometimes. And what happens with the wood, certain types of wood creates mold in the wood, and then they continue to build over it. So now you got a molded house. You know, like this shit, man, it just goes so deep. It goes so deep. A lot of this stuff I can't, I can't really say, but yeah. Let me get in the shower, man. I'll come back live here in like 20 minutes, and I'll check up with y'all in like 20 minutes. Let me get in the shower, man, and make me a smoothie real quick. I'll be back. All right, y'all. Peace and abundance. I'll be back. Much love.